this is probably the most critical race that firefighters are facing anywhere in the nation.
It is very clear to me the future of the fire service, the future of public employees, and the future of our security is at risk.
We have to protect ourselves. No one else is going to protect firefighters but us.
The contrast couldn't be greater and the stakes couldn't be higher. And I think the risk is considerable.
At every level of government, we're being challenged with shrinking budgets, a lackluster economy, and what that means is difficulties at the bargaining table, takeaways, station closures, layoffs. We're seeing attacks on our pensions, our workers' compensation system, and our way of life.
It's critical for us as firefighters and as a fire family to preserve what it is that we've fought so hard to get over many, many years.
My thinking is always looking to the future. There's never been a time in our history of this state where we've needed fresh thinking and courageous thinking more than we do right now.
Jerry Brown has devoted his whole life to making California better. Whether it's Jerry Brown's father, Pat Brown, who was governor, or Jerry as governor, when you look at the good times of California, the Brown family was involved with it. When Jerry Brown was governor, he made history for firefighters. He established the first apprenticeship program. He defended workers' compensation rights. He signed collective bargaining. And he signed the first cancer presumptive law in the United States of America.
I signed it because firefighters made a very good case that they take their lives in their hands to protect us. And there are a lot of chemicals involved in the job, and I thought it was a great opportunity. In fact, I signed it the last year I was governor.
At that time, that was unheard of. There was no cancer presumption law in the world. He understood the issue, he understood the issues that firefighters have, and readily gave us a chance, if you will, to put that law on the books.
And some of the most important advances in employee rights and worker rights, pension protections occurred, on his watch. He's got a pretty proven track record that he believes in workers, he supports workers, he's good for working families.
In my 32 years in the fire service, there's never been a clearer choice for governor. We're the only labor union that interviewed Meg Whitman for an endorsement. And we sat down, we asked her the hard questions, not just about what's important to firefighters, but what's important to California. And she does not have the answers. She's a 30-second soundbite. She went 28 years without even voting, without even doing her civic duty to vote. Jerry Brown has won more elections than Meg Whitman's voted in.
A person in her stature tends to, I see it as, almost look down on people like ourselves as we're just average people. Well, the reality is we make up 99% of this country.
I would hate to think that someone could buy the election, buy democracy. I don't think democracy is for sale.
If we end up with Meg Whitman as our governor, we're going to be in the fight of our life. We've said that before about some of the other issues, but those will pale in comparison to what we'll be up against.
We're facing a philosophy on the other side that really wants to make you the problem. And they want to make other people in public service the problem. They want to make poor people the problem. And that's just not the way it is. We need a country, we need a government that works for all of us.
Jerry Brown's always been a visionary, but what sets him apart is he has 40 years of experience, and not only with the vision, he has the skills to get it done. He sees it, he can implement it, he can move the state forward.
You have to be able to balance your personal beliefs with what is going to help you throughout your career and provide for your family in one of the most dangerous professions there is, firefighting.
Governor Brown, Attorney General Brown, he's been working for our family's rights and firefighters' rights for as long as I've been alive. He's improved the conditions of my family and hopefully with this election for future generations of firefighters.
It is ever so important to, at this point in history, with this economy, with what's going on in California right now, to have somebody that isn't going to try to get the state out of their economic woes on the backs of workers. Jerry Brown is that guy.
You as a firefighter, you're a respected member of the community. Your neighbors know you, know what you stand for and who you are. You need to get out and talk to them about the stakes of this election.
We cannot take this election for granted. It's going to take every bit of work. It's going to take our money. It's going to take boots on the ground, because we are going to be fighting against millions and millions of dollars.
And I promise you, we will win together, we will govern together, and we will enjoy a prosperous California in the years to come.
If you've got any questions about where Jerry Brown stands versus Meg Whitman, you can always go to our website. You can talk to your union leaders, you can call us, we'll give you all the information you need. I can't tell you how important this is. We need to turn back Meg Whitman in November and get Jerry Brown elected governor.